Welcome back to Self-Hypnosis for Healing. I'm Elizabeth, and today we're talking about silence. So I love a good, deep meditation, but something that might surprise you is that it took me probably 20 years to experience it. 20 years of practicing meditation to finally get to a place of quiet. And it wasn't just the meditation practice that brought me there. It was hypnotherapy. It took me a long time to realize why I wasn't reaching that place of quiet was because I just wasn't using the right tool. I was trying traditional meditation and that just doesn't work for me. My brain is like, so I'll tell you a story to illustrate it. I used to do a lot of Tai Chi because while I was trying to find this silence and meditation, I would practice Tai Chi, and that helped me to quiet my mind. Just to have that movement and breath work and everything that goes with it to focus was really quieting for me. So my Tai Chi master had this little Tai Chi center on the north side of Chicago. And I always said it was like walking into another dimension going in there. It was like this beautiful, clear energy space. And it sort of felt like it existed outside of time and space. It was just so magical in there. And he probably understands energy and how to use it more than anybody that I've ever met. And he's just a really neat guy, my Tai Chi master. So I was reading a book one day, and I was really concentrating on it, and he popped his head in and he goes, "Oh, I was wondering why it was so quiet in here." And he said, "Because your brain is usually like he could feel the chaos in my mind all the time." And that was the first time I realized, like, oh, that's not normal to just constantly be thinking. I'm not like that anymore, and I don't know if it's just because I'm so much older or if it's because I have done a lot of quieting practices. Probably just matured out of it, but that's what my brain was doing. And every time I'd try to sit and meditate and find that place of quiet, I couldn't find it. I couldn't quiet my mind enough to experience that. But after a year or so of doing hypnotherapy and leading classes and meditation, guided meditation, and hypnotherapy experiences, I one day just found myself just sitting there before I did any work and just literally sitting there not thinking. I wasn't even attempting to meditate. I just noticed that when I'm not doing anything, I'm just not doing anything, and I'm not thinking. And I was like, I finally did it. Yes. So that was kind of my aha moment in finding silence. And ever since then, I've incorporated into a more direct practice of meditation. But I still use hypnotherapy to get myself to that place of quiet. And it comes and goes, in times when I'm not doing as much spiritual practice or as much hypnotherapy, as much, sitting in silence deliberately, I sort of lose some of that, and then it comes back like anything. It works for me, so I'm hoping it might work for you. What I'm going to do is we're not going to just drop right into silence. I'm going to sort of ease you into it, and hopefully you'll find just a few moments of actual, real, pure silence through this session. A lot of this stuff is just my way of getting through life. I don't want you to think I've got it all figured out, is what I'm saying. I don't. I'm just always throwing stuff at the wall. So I'm just here hoping to provide you with something else to throw at your wall to see if it sticks. This is the thing that stuck for me, is using hypnotherapy techniques to find a place of silence within. And once you find that silence, oh my gosh, it's like kind of gets addictive if you've never experienced that feeling of no thoughts. It is so, so, so good for you. It's the most relaxing experience I've ever had, is to just sit in silence with no thoughts. And that benefit lasts for hours. That calm you create when you just have 2 minutes of silence. It creates a calm that sort of ripples out into your life. So I'm hoping that some of you at least can experience this feeling of pure silence for the first time. And if it doesn't happen right away, just keep trying and keep doing other hypnotherapy sessions, because for me, it just naturally happened. Once I learned to quiet and focus through hypnotherapy, it was like my mind just knew what to do. I wasn't even trying to meditate. I just wasn't thinking all of a sudden. And then that kind of grew into whenever I wasn't doing something, I just wasn't thinking. And it's like, for an overthinker, it's such a relief to finally get your mind to stop thinking. This is for all of my overthinker brothers and sisters out there, and even those of you who aren't and just want to experience some quiet. I hope this session brings you a lot of peace and joy. Sorry, we're on the flight path today, so I don't know if you can hear all the airplanes, but sometimes it happens. Anyway, so also I just want to say again, thank you for tuning in, and keep sharing and encouraging other people to explore hypnotherapy, and not just here with this podcast, but find the right hypnotherapist for you. Because not everybody likes the same style or the same voices. Or I once listened to a hypnotherapy that was like kind of really funny. They were like over the top cheesy, but it really worked for me. So if this isn't working for you, keep looking. There's a lot of hypnotherapists out there, and just in general, like keep trying to find ways that make your life better. Just keep throwing things at the wall, like I said. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok, elizabethcat.worldpeace, and on Facebook it's Self-Hypnosis for Healing. Any news that I have to share will always come through those channels. So I'll see y'all next week. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you find some silence in your life. See you next week.